communication. So you will have to type anything and everything that you want to discuss because YouTube is one way learning. There's a lag of about 8 to 9 seconds. I am live on my phone as well to see what is being said. How does the whole output look like? Good, good. Let more people join. We'll start. These questions that I've got for you are CAT level. I want to discuss a few things about CAT with you guys. Tell your friends we are live. Ask them to join the video. Just comment hi so I could see who all are live. I could see your names. I could address you. I just received a WhatsApp. Yes, the video will be available in the YouTube. It will be recorded for you guys. Don't worry. But attending live is a different feeling. Yes. So Yash is live. Good evening. Gayatri, good evening. Tanmay, good evening. Garanchi, good evening. अरे आप लोग WhatsApp पे मैसेज ना करो. You can message me here as well because I have to click on the pop-up and see what you guys are saying. Yes, you can visit me from 12 to 9. That's fine with me. Yes. अरे ग्रुप भी आप लोगों के लिए. You can post in groups as well. Yes, we'll start in a few minutes. First, I will show you 5-6 actual questions of CAT 2023 and why CAT 2023 was a surprise. In fact, I'm meeting you guys maybe after a month. So yes, Akshay, good evening. Hi. Once we start solving questions, we won't stop. I will try to cover the relevant theory as well. I'll try to be live for you for hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Let us see. अरे मैच वैच छोड़ो, कितना आईपीएल देखोगे आप लोग. आई मीन आईपीएल का नेक्स्ट डे यू गाइज वॉच हाइलाइट्स. You guys watch the entire match in 10 minutes. You only want to see 4 sixes and wickets. वही दिखेगा आपको. Watch highlights. Don't watch the entire match. चलो. So first I want you guys to understand what went wrong in CAT 2023 and why people were troubled and surprised. See, what is happening is in conventional mode of learning, the students and mentors are solving only books. The level of books is level 2, level 3, especially in quant, and the level of CAT is 7, 8, maybe 9. So CAT has moved, I'll say, out of the books. So the mentor needs to level up, increase the level of content in the class. Students also need to level up. They need to increase the level of their preparation. So what I'm showing you right now are some of the questions from CAT 2023. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to show you that you need to put in more efforts, raise the bar. So look at this particular problem. We are supposed to find sum of all possible values of x. I'm not saying it is easy or difficult. Look at that. The variable x is in a quadratic equation in the power of 2. So yes, level has gone up. We need to practice more. The next question is about profit loss discount, and we are trying to maximize the profit here. There are two different varieties of shirts. There are different profits on those. So you no longer are getting questions कि a table is priced at 120, a chair is priced at rupees 80, 5% profit, 12% profit. What is overall profit? No. The questions of arithmetic are now turning into algebra. So yes, we need to put a little more effort. That is why I'm live for you guys to show you how to put that extra effort. Now you see the equation here. See, it is not one equation. This is one equation, one equation, one equation. There are three equations for two variables. And by solving for these two variables, you may or may not find exact value of p cube. What you need to find out is maxima minima of p cube minus q cube. This is a number n. For this number n, I need to find maxima and I need to find minima and I need to subtract both. So the level of cat is increasing, is going up. You also need to work accordingly. If you are studying in a conventional mode, in a conventional learning setup, kitabe jaldi khatam karo and solve higher level question from outside or from lockets, whatever sources you have. Now see a quadratic equation. See again, do you see there are three parts here? There are three parts here. You're supposed to work with the value of x and y and then add both. So options I have taken off, don't worry. I'm just trying to show you these are the questions from last year's CAT. ऐसा नहीं कि 10 साल पहले के IIT JEE के no. So this is a question based upon finding factors working with the power n, then something about m being least integer so that this is divisible by this and find m plus n. So yes, 2 or 3 layers have been added to these questions. Find the integral solutions. A lot of people, when they see modulus, I can give this to you in writing, you can write it down today itself. You will have minimum 2 questions in CAT algebra with modulus sign. This has been the pattern for several years. The reason I go and appear CAT almost every year to see what is the pattern, what kind of questions we have, how difficulty level is changing. And now finally a question involving a family of circles. You will not find this equation in conventional CAT books. Equation for family of circles or equation for circle, and then find the intersection where the tangent is making angle 60 degrees. Tangent will make angle 90 degrees on circle, but somewhere it is making angle 60 degrees. So 2-3 concepts have been clubbed. You also need to prepare yourself in a similar manner. I'm just showing you what the pattern is like. Now this a small marketing thing from my side. That is why we have live sessions. I have recently started a startup of my own, edtech startup, Brilliant Scholars Academy. There'll be 220 hours of sessions, classroom sessions, weekly and daily tasks. Batch size will be up to 25. I feel no pride in having a batch of 60 students where I cannot focus on anyone. And then there'll be WhatsApp groups, there will be Telegram groups. I'll help you with college form filling, how to prepare for PIs. I'll also evaluate SOPs for you, and you will be getting 4 massive books. Yes, once you visit me, I'll counsel you what are those books and how do I plan on monitoring your progress on daily basis. I've figured it out. I've created Excel sheets, Google Sheets, and I happen to be the highest scoring faculty in Pune by the grace of God. And this is the field. Let us start problem solving. Now, this is the question I shared with you guys today in the group, and I told you guys not to ask this question to your offline mentors for a number of reasons. So let me go into this. I will cover the detailed theory of this. Maybe I will cover some derivations as well. And see if you keep up. This kind of representation has appeared in CAT by now 5 to 6 times. Mod of x plus mod of y is equal to something. Mod of x plus mod of y less than equal to something. Mod of x plus mod of y equal to something. There's a standard theory behind mod of x plus mod of y. I can go into the graph of it. I can go into finding area under the graph. I can go into finding how many integer points lie on the graph, how many integer points lie inside the graph. So see, modulus itself, I myself, the structure I have created, I'm going to cover in 3 lectures of 1.5 hours each. Modulus alone, varieties of modulus, x and y together in a modulus, x and y in 2 separate modulus, one of them being in the modulus, other one not being in the modulus. There are many variations. So today what I'll focus on is how to solve this question effectively, and whatever theory is required, I'll cover that for you. People who are joining us now, comment hi so I could see your names. Let me get comfortable. I'm going to be here for a longer duration. Confirm people who are live, comment hi so I could see you, I could address you. Comment hi. I'll address you guys. Chalo. So let me start with some basic theory here. Let me add some space between the slides. The app that I'm using is created was created by Microsoft for the sole purpose of delivering content or creating or taking notes. So Bill Gates not only enjoys tea in India, he enjoys delivering us good quality products as well. Dolly bhaiya ki jai. So let me go into this. What does this mean? What if I told you mod of x plus mod of y is equal to 0? I'm trying to derive in the reverse order. See, modulus can only be 0 when both terms are 0. So basically in Cartesian coordinates, it means origin. What if I tell you mod of x plus mod of y is equal to 1? I want you to observe. When this is the case, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, one solution is there. I am deriving theory for you. Ritesh, good evening. Now, when you say mod of x plus mod of y is equal to 1, when x is equal to 0, when x is equal to 0, that gives me y is equal to plus 1 or minus 1. So that is basically a point here and a point here. When you say y is equal to 0, you have x is equal to plus 1 and minus 1. That is a point here and here. So do you see when the value is equal to 1, there are how many points? There are 4 points. 4 solutions. Observe, when I have x mod plus y mod is equal to 2. So directly you can guess x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2, y is equal to minus 2. X is equal to 2, y becomes 0. X is equal to minus 2, y becomes 0. Now, is it possible that they both become 1, 1? Is it possible they both become minus 1, minus 1? Because ultimately there's a modulus. So even if I put minus 1 mod, minus 1 mod, they add up to 2. So do you see these 3 points are part of the solution? On this side, there are 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. So there should be 12 points. But do you notice this one was counted on this and this side both? This one was counted on both sides. Both sides. The corners are always counted twice. So I'm subtracting 4 from this. So there are basically 8 points. So do you start to feel, do you start to understand when there is 0 point, so one solution. When it is equal to 1, there are 4 solutions. When it is equal to 2, there are 8 solutions. So do you understand? When I make x mod plus y mod is equal to k, there will be how many solutions? There will be 4k solutions. Exception is 0. When you make x mod plus y mod is equal to 0, there is always one solution. So at this stage, breathe. Breathe. You have just derived a result. It's a very common result used in CAT. You can see here the diagram as well. This is what the diagram looks like for x mod plus y mod is equal to k. So write down the derivation. I'll share the result one more time with you. Write down the result itself. What is the result? When x mod plus y mod is equal to a number k. See, k cannot be negative because modulus cannot be negative. So when it is equal to k, solutions are 4k. On this graph that I'm pointing, look at the arrow moving. On this graph, there are 4k solutions. People who are joining us now, very good evening. Comment hi, hello, so I could see who is live. I could address you. Limitations of YouTube as a mode of communication. People who join in between will not understand why is it 4k, how is it 4k. Now let me go after the problem itself. See, when I say x mod plus y mod is less than n, what I am saying is how many points are there inside the graph? How many points are there inside the graph? So please observe, now I am reaching the conclusion here. See, because when I say, let us say, if I say x mod plus y mod is less than, let us say I say 7. Because it is less than 7, the first value they can take is x mod plus y mod is equal to 6. Is it? This is cat level, guys. This is cat level. Dhire we can reach this. Don't worry. We'll reach this slowly and steadily. So if it is equal to 7, the first value they can take is 6. So solution will be 4 into 6. Now, if it is less than 7, it could also be 5. Solutions will be 4 into 5. If it is 4, the solutions will be 4 into 4. So here, my job here, let me read that problem again. I'm removing some theory from the screen because I need to solve the question. And I need to make a correction as well while framing this question. One plus minus was missing. So I'll make that correction as well to teach you guys. Let us understand the question. See, the question is saying that when x mod plus y mod is less than equal to n, the number of solutions are 1, 1, 2. That should be 1, 1, 3. Number of solutions are 1, 1, 3. So how many solutions will be there for x mod plus y mod less than equal to 2n? So my job is to find out what is n first of all. Once I know n, I can go on and find the other points. So I told you when a modulus added is less than something, the first value it will accept is n minus 1. So I'm saying if it is equal to x mod plus y mod is equal to n minus 1, the solutions will be 4n minus 1. If it is equal to n minus 2, I told you when it is less than 7, it could be actually 6, 5, 4, 3, it will go up to 0. So if it is equal to n minus 2, slow down, breathe. Breathing is absolutely needed. Online lectures, you have to be very patient. If it is equal to n minus 3, what will happen? It will continue like this till 1. X mod plus y mod is equal to 1. It will continue like this up to 1. Solutions will be this. When you make it equal to 0, x mod plus y mod is equal to 0. X mod plus y mod is equal to 0. There will be exactly one solution. So here, do you see a pattern forming? In all these values, 4 is common. In all these values, 4 is common. Then what do we have? N minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 3. It will go up to 1. And then there is this extra value. Never forget this. Many people make this mistake in exams. I also made this mistake while framing the problem for you. Plus 1. When x mod and y mod, they become equal to 0, there's only one possibility, the origin. People who are joining us late, I have already derived the result. You copy this down and you re-watch the video. So this is called addition of natural numbers. Do you remember? If this is equal to n, the addition is n into n plus 1 by 2. That is equal to n minus 1. So addition will be n minus 1 and then extra 1, which is n divided by 2, and then there is plus 1. Cancelled. 2n into n minus 1 plus 1. Achha, it's hiding behind me. Okay. So solutions were 1, 1, 3 solution. That is the correction I have made. So n into n minus 1 is equal to 1, 1, 2 by 2, which is equal to 56. So for a small number, why do you want to solve a quadratic? Can you see it is a multiple of 8 and 7? So 8 and 7. So n is equal to 8. Once you know n is equal to 8, the question was how many solutions are there for x mod plus y mod less than equal to 2 into 8, which is 16. So see the difference here. Observe the difference here. In this case, just 2 more minutes. So I've covered 20 minutes, 15 minutes ka theory for you guys. X mod plus Y mod, because it is less than or equal to, it could be 16, it could be 15, it could be 14. So if it is 16, how many solutions shall I get? 4 into 16. If it is equal to 15, I should get 4 into 15 solutions. If it is equal to 14, I should get 4 into 14 solutions. If it is 13, I should get 4 into 13 solutions. This will continue till 1. X mod plus Y mod is equal to 1. And then when X mod Y mod becomes 0, I will have plus 1 solutions. Never forget this. This is the case where X and Y both are 0, or that is the origin. Origin is always part of the answer. So as a rule, you could remember this. The number of points is always multiple of 4 plus 1. X mod plus Y mod less than a number. Solutions are 4k plus 1 always. Always. So what answer will I get here? I will have 4 into 16 into 17 upon 2 plus 1 cancelled 32 into 17 plus 1. This many integer points lie within the graph. अक्षत, गुड इवनिंग. अब यार मजे के लिए नहीं जाते हो, पढ़ाई वढ़ाई करो भाई. नहीं होती है तो मेरे पास आके पढ़ाई करो. Here is the name. If you are part of the WhatsApp group, I'll share the address with you. You can come and meet me, or you can message me on this. I do not mind responding. If I am not responding and there is an urgency, भैया call कर दिए करो. Even now I am part of 15, 16 groups. Personal messages go down. So call कर दिए करो, WhatsApp call कर दिए करो. It's fine with me. So the question we solved, you need to have understanding of 2-3 things. How does X mod plus Y mod is equal to K work? The graph, number of solutions. I'll revise that for you. Whenever you have X mod plus Y mod is equal to K, number of solutions are 4k. When X mod plus Y mod is equal to 0, there is only one solution. So the curriculum structure that I have designed 1.5 hour lectures. Nobody is attentive for 2 hours. People end up losing focus by the end of 2 hours. So 1.5 hour sessions I'll be conducting, offline and online both, and I'll be covering modulus in 3 lectures. Modulus itna vast hai, it requires a separate lecture. You cannot combine modulus with logs or something else and say ho gaya. And you can write down, people who are joining me late, you will definitely have 2 questions of modulus in CAT. लिख लो, ये video रहेगा online, you can check it after CAT. Now what do we have? Find the maximum value of modulus of minus 3x square plus 9x plus 30, where x is in this range. This is tricky. This is what CAT does to you. I know how to draw a quadratic graph. I know how to find maxima and minima. What has this question done? What have I done with the problem? I have brought in a modulus for you. What have I done? See, I can find out absolutely where is maxima and where is minima of a quadratic graph. The maxima or minima always happens at minus b by 2a. Highlight this. I'll cover this in more theory, more detail once you guys are with me in a classroom. But right now, it is always at this point. That is universal. That is always true for any quadratic equation. X is equal to minus b by 2a will give you the maxima or the minima, depending upon what kind of graph do you have. Here, a modulus element has been introduced, and I am not looking for the absolute maxima minima. I am looking for maxima minima in a range. So first, let me tell you what modulus does. if this is the graph, please observe, everyone please observe. If this is the graph, maybe sometime show the derivation as well. If this is the function fx ka graph, and you put a modulus on the function, see there's a entire modulus on quadratic this, so the negative part of the graph turns back. Negative part of the graph turns back. ये जो नीचे का हिस्सा, it will stop to exist. There will be no graph down there. But if the function you have, it is downwards like this. So do you understand? These portions are the negative parts of the graph. These portions are the negative parts. When you put a modulus on that, they will turn back. See, this is what your graph will look like when you put a modulus on the function. Now, does it make you feel both graphs are looking the same? This graph will look like this, and the lower graph will also look the same. So am I getting some new concept here? Putting a modulus on a quadratic, whether it is upward or downward, the result will be same. Are you able to reach the same conclusion? Whether the graph is upward or the graph is downwards, if you put a modulus on it, you will have the same graph. You will have this kind of graph. And I can show you application of this in CAT 21, CAT 22. The reason people like I go and appear exams. Write this down. You put a modulus on a quadratic equation, it will give you same graph, whether the equation is upward or downwards. So it makes no difference. There's a -3 in fact. With that also I can work. I hope you guys have copied this down, or at least will take a screenshot of it. I'm removing this. I need more space. In classroom, I have only one classroom. I can manage in that much space. I'll need more space on the screen. Yeah, that was a startup joke. So see, 3 common, 3 common, and 3 common. So I'm taking -3 common. So observe what happens to my equation. So modulus of -3 is 3. This becomes x square minus 3x minus 10. Now, do you understand here? What is A? A is equal to 1. What is B? B is equal to -3. What is C? C is equal to -10. I am not even plotting the graph to trouble you guys. Do you see maxima or minima will happen at x is equal to minus B, minus of this 3 upon 2a, which is 1.5 or 3 by 2, which is 3 by 2. No, 3 by 2. Now, do you see, luckily, the maxima minima happens at 3 by 2, and 3 by 2 is part of this range. 3 by 2 is the part of this range. Luckily, if 3 by 2 was not part of this range, I'll have to work in a different manner. Now, because 3 by 2 is part of this range, you have to put 3 by 2 in the equation and answer is ready. So 3 multiplied by, put 3 by 2 here. That becomes 9 by 4. Put 3 by 2 here. 9 by 2 minus 10. At this point, maxima minima happens. If you want to see derivation, again, meet me at the class. I'll derive it for you. X is equal to minus b upon 2a gives us maxima or minima of the quadratic graph. So LCM of all is equal to 4. 3 as it is, modulus. So 9 minus 18 minus 40. So minus 58 minus 9. Minus 58 minus 9 into 3. So 49 into 3 upon 4. 147 upon 4. There is your answer. You should not apply unnecessary jugards in the exam. You should try to solve questions. Nahi banta hai, then think sideways. Think lateral. Think over it. Think above it. Think below it. Go for options. Go for baju wale ka screen. What is the other person doing? But first try to solve it. Learn to solve it. Nobody can crack CAT only on the basis of tricks and jugards. There are few things I can observe in these answer options and I can go after those hints. But I showed you first theory. How does the graph work? What does modulus do to a quadratic equation? And where do you find maximum minima? And then the last step, actually solving the problem. Develop the capacity to solve the problem. I hope you guys are alive, awake, and kicking. Difficult to know who is doing what. Maybe somebody is watching Dhoni hit a few sixes. Chalo. So here again, a quadratic equation. You'll definitely have at least one question of quadratic equation, probably a inequality. That is how CAT has evolved over the last 3-4 years. So I'll hold for a minute. I want you guys to try and solve. People who are joining late, good evening. People who are joining late, comment hi so I could see who has joined. I could address you guys. Both the roots of the quadratic equation minus 3x square plus px plus q is equal to 0 are negative. If both the roots are negative, then what is the sign of p plus q upon p into q? The options are always negative, always positive, cannot be determined, will depend upon values of p and q. So I want you to apply common sense first of all. Can you guess something from options? Let us hope I have not made a mistake in framing the problem. CBD and will depend upon the values of P and Q are same. If the answer depends upon something and you do not know that, the answer cannot be determined. Common sense. So option C and D both are saying the same thing. So answer has to be either A or B. See, I am not applying any jugaad, I'm applying common sense. So what I will do is I'll assume values. The troubling part is the minus sign here. So again, what I'll do is, see, because I'm looking for minus 3 as one of the terms, I'm deliberately creating one or two equations for you. I'm saying if I could have minus 3x, the roots are what? Roots are negative. So it is going to be here minus 1. Let us take this as minus 1. So what will happen is when you create a root, x will be equal to minus 1 by 3 is a negative root. Because minus 3x is done, here I will have x plus any number, let us say 2. Here what is the root? X is equal to minus 2 is the root now. So can I find P and Q? Maybe I can expand this and find, or I can say the sum of roots minus 1 by 3 and minus 2. Sum of roots is equal to minus P by minus 3. Do you guys remember this? The addition of roots is equal to minus of middle terms upon first. So what I have here is this is equal to minus 7 by 3 is equal to P by 3. So P is equal to minus 7. How can I find Q? See, multiplication of roots is equal to last term upon the first term. So that is equal to 2 upon 3 minus Q upon 3. Q is equal to minus 2. So if I have the value of P and Q and if I put it here, see, P plus Q is minus 9. P into Q is 14. I got a negative value and I have my answer. Why am I not bothered about the other things? See, cannot be determined and will depend upon the value of P and Q are one and the same. So answer is either always negative or always positive. Now there is one more slightly better way to solve this. I took you along a longer route. I tried to show you. Both. What both? I tried to show you both roots and their equations. A plus B is always minus B by A. Addition of two roots is always minus B by A. Guys, this is the workshop. So workshop mein I'll try to maintain slightly higher level. Theory hota to I'll start from absolute zero. And the product of roots is equal to C by A. I took you along the longer route by taking a weird kind of route. Now, as soon as you tell me, give me a second. As soon as you tell me the roots are negative, it is my job to imagine what should be the root. Why should I be bothered about 1 by 3 and 2 by 3 kind of things? I am simply saying x is equal to -1 and x is equal to -2 are the roots. If they are the root, they should fit the equation. So if I put -1 here, so 3 into -1 square, -3. When I put -1 here, minus p plus q is equal to 0, or q minus p is equal to 3. When I put -2 here, -2 ka square is 4. So -12 minus 2p plus q is equal to 0. So q minus 2p is equal to 12. So pen ko roko, observe. Do you see from here there's a decrease of p, and from here there is an increase of 9. So you get p is equal to -9. If p is equal to -9, you get q is equal to 12. Put and check. Put these values and check. I hope you guys are able to keep up with this. ये समझ में आ रहा है? You could have taken any other number also. -1 and -2 are very simple negative numbers. I put them and I check my answer. So p plus q is 3. P into q is -108. So that is a negative term. I can apply properties of roots. I can directly put roots and check. Always negative. Very good. Very good. One person has given us answer. Others at least try to learn these things. Try to inculcate these things when you try to solve questions. Chalo. Find the range of values of k such that 6 lies between the two roots of the equation, where x is a real number. Let us understand that one more time. 6 lies between the roots. I do not know what are the roots. One of the roots is a, other root is b. 6 lies between them. And x is a real number. Even if I do not give you this information, you can still deduce this. Understand, if the roots are not real, they are imaginary. Imaginary roots cannot be compared. If you cannot compare two things, can you put a third thing between them? Here the question starts by asking you, find the range of values of k such that 6 lies between the two roots. For something to lie between two numbers, two things, they must be comparable. नहीं तो उनके बीच में कैसे रखोगे? So it tells me x is real by default. You don't have to give me the additional information. ऐसा analysis चाहिए. So I can think on two sides. I can think in two ways, because I have just now, it is given to me, and also I've understood the roots are real. This kind of graph here, if this is one of the roots A, this is one of the roots B, 6 will be here. Now, do you understand, if 6 is here, when you put the value of 6, when you put F6, it should be negative. Understand. What are the roots? The point where the graph cuts the axis. The roots are the point where the graph cuts the axis, and you are telling me between those points there is 6. So if I put 6 into the equation, because what I'm looking for is removing the value of x. Unless I remove x, I cannot find k. So once I put 6 in this, 36. Once I put 6 here, 6 into 2, 12, k minus 3 plus 9. This needs to be below 0. So this is 36 plus 9, 45. So 12 into k minus 3 is less than minus 45. K minus 3 is less than minus 45 by 12. 3 cancelled. 3 cancelled. Now transferring this is minus sign. This is minus sign. So k is less than minus 15 by 4 plus 3. This will go up 12. So k is less than minus 3 by 4. Slow down. Slow down. Think. Somebody has to tell you all these things. Somebody has to go appear the exam and tell you how this functions. The very first thing I observed is a number lies between two roots. That makes both the roots real values. They cannot be imaginary. Now, my job is to find out the range of k. I cannot find out the range of k unless I eliminate x. How do I eliminate x? By finding somebody new. नहीं, वो वाला x नहीं, the variable x. So here I need the value of x to find out k, the range for k. So I observe it's x square has a positive term. X square has a positive term here. So graph is upwards. If the graph is upwards, the 6 value of x will be between a and b, and the graph here is below the x-axis. So when you put x is equal to 6, it should be negative. So I found out the value of x, I replace that value, I get my answer. K is less than minus 3 by 4. You do not have to check this. B square minus 4ac. You don't have to bother about this. This will also give you a range for k. A range for k. Observe. This is b. This whole thing is b. B square. 2 into k minus 3 square. Minus 4 a. A is how much? A is the first coefficient. How much is c? C is 9. Real बोला है ना, तो delta is more than 0. Because 6 is between them. 6 is between the two roots. Delta cannot be equal. Equal mat kar dena. Delta cannot be equal. Delta becoming equal to 0 means there's only one root. If there's only one root, 6 cannot be between them. अभी समझा क्या solution आपको? हाँ, we will cover one or two more questions. I'm trying to be thorough. I'm trying to tell you the thought process behind the question. That is how a higher level session needs to be conducted. Simply writing the solution on the board is not the solution or the way to go about this. So again, see, we have solved 3 questions, and people who are joining and leaving. New program, classroom program only for Pune. I'll be announcing an online batch also. The app has almost been finalized. Features have been finalized. We are working on the look and feel of the app. The fee is 25K for 220 hours of offline learning. इसमें I have not added doubt solving, I have not added mentoring, I have not added one-to-one discussions. Philosophy of life, you are going to get massive books. Every book will have maybe 3,500 plus questions. Once you meet me at the center, I'll show you. I'll share more details with you. Oh, moved ahead. Oh. One or two more questions, not to trouble you guys this late. Chalo. Maybe after this question, we'll end. We'll meet soon in another session. If you want more sessions like this, I'll just share my links with you. Anyone who is new here, I'll just share with you some links. Oh, there's a limit on how much content can be shared in the chat. So I've just shared with you the counseling link, the course detail link. You can go through more informations here. Okay, let me get back to the problem here. This is something we call a cyclic question. X is equal to a times of b minus c, y is equal to b times of a minus c, z is equal to c times of a minus. So do you see there is a b c, b c a, c a b, a cyclic pattern going on? If all of this is true, if all of this is given to you, can you find out the value for 1 upon abc bracket x square upon yz, y square upon xz, z square upon xy, where xyz is not 0? Xyz is not 0. Can you do this? So in all such questions, the very first thing I ask my students to do is imagine some values of abc which fulfill this requirement and make sure answers are not going to give you same number. If I imagine a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, c is equal to 3. If I make any two of them equal, if I make bc equal, this becomes 0. If I make ab equal, this becomes 0. So one thing is for sure, a, b and c, none of them can be equal. Now if I take 1, 2, 3, so do you understand this becomes 1 by 6, this becomes 3 by 6, which is 1 by 2, this becomes 27 by 6, which is ultimately 3 by 2, and this becomes 1 upon 18. No two answers are same. If no two answers are same, you have assumed a good set of values. Now what you do is you replace these values and check. People who are new to this group, this broadcast, I'm sharing with you my Telegram channel link as well. Join this, post questions, post your queries. Now using this, I'll say x is equal to 1 into 2 minus 3, so minus 1. Y is equal to 2 into 3 minus 1, so y is equal to 4. And z is equal to 3 into 1 minus 2, so minus 3. So x, y, z, what I can do is here, here and here, if you see, I can take LCM as x, y, z. Because x is missing, this will become x into x square, x cube plus y cube plus z cube. What do I have outside? I have ABC outside. I have ABC. ABC is 1, 2, 3, 6. So what is x? Minus 1. Cube is minus 1. What is y? Y is 4. What is cube? Cube is 64. Z is minus 3. Minus 3 cube is minus 27. Upon x, y, z. So the denominator becomes 12 into 6. And the numerator, please observe, this becomes minus 28. That is 64 minus 28. That is 36. Cancel whatever is possible for you. Cancel, cancel 3, cancel, cancel 1 by 2. Sorry, it is hidden behind my image. So 1 by 2 gives me the answer. 1 by 2 happens to be this one. So whenever you come across a cyclic kind of equation, cyclic kind of pattern in equations in algebra, always try this approach. Always try to follow this approach. Assume numbers in such a manner that there is no conflict in any equation or any variable. Here the key criteria was x into y into z cannot be 0. If the multiplication of three numbers is not 0, no number can be 0. If no number can be 0 among x, y, z, if no number can be 0 among x, y, z, that means b or c cannot be equal, a or c cannot be equal, a or b cannot be equal. So no two values can be equal among a, b and c. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session, learned a few things. I have collected, created questions from CAT, few more questions. but maybe we'll do that in next session of algebra. Maybe we'll have 1 or 2 sessions on LRDI, 1 or 2 sessions on verbal. Share the link of this video with your friends. At the start of the video, I have told you guys how the pattern has changed, what CAT is looking for, and how you can level up or increase the level of your preparation to match CAT. So that's all from my side. People who are live since the beginning, good, you guys survived 50 minutes. People who kept on joining and leaving, that's fine. It's IPL season, I understand. So I'll see you guys in next session. People who are new to this, I've shared a couple of links with you. You can watch videos, you can uh, join the Telegram group and post your questions, post your doubts. And those of you who are hesitant about visiting me at my center, that's perfectly fine, guys. आप टमाटर कहीं से भी खरीद सकते हैं as a customer. So I'm available for you guys 12 to 9 p.m. Today I left at around 8 because I had to start the session. Where office number 38, C wing, second floor, uh, Srinath Plaza, FC Road. You're there since the beginning. Good to see. Chalo. Good night, guys. Ending the stream from my side.